Bueno, buenas tardes. O buenas noches ya casi creo. Ya va a ser tarde ya por acá por donde estoy. Bueno, lo que estoy haciendo ahorita, vamos a continuar con lo que es las misiones. En este caso son misiones de trazacaminos. Bien, vamos a continuar aquí. Vamos a seguir. Tenemos que ver con la pequeña con Asta. Vamos. Vamos a continuar con esa misión. Vamos a ver qué nos van a decir. Ah, por cierto, mi anterior video al final se cortó, lamentablemente. Antes de poder dar la última de cara a la última. Pero bueno, pues, al menos completamos el video. Ahora, vamos a hablar con Asta. Ok, ¿qué pasó acá? Bien. Es un norte aquí. Este grupo. ¿Qué cuentas? A ver.
Heriter Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
What? Esperen. ¿Herta está desaparecida? Aquí la gente es la que se queja de todo. Tú estás durante. Sí, eso debería ser lo importante. Y Oh, sí, claro, yo sí. Este grupo es raro. Otra vez. Ay, no sé por qué me ingresaron a este grupo. A ver, es cierto. Tenemos acá un mensaje. Esto es... Ah, creo que esto es para otro. A ver, ¿con qué necesitas ayuda? Hay muchos investigadores. ¿Por qué me mandan a mí cuidarlos? Ah, sí. Ah, esta es visión de aventura. Esos son las cositas esas. Es esto de acá. Si recordarán, todos aquellos que lo juegan, este de aquí estaba bloqueado hasta que se hubiera abierto, hasta que hubiéramos terminado el principio. Ahora ya lo completamos, entonces aquí está. Muy bien, entonces vamos a ver. Nos vamos a ver a Herta, a su oficina. Si es que estará en su oficina también. Muy bien, entonces vamos a ver pues qué ha pasado aquí. ¿Cómo es eso de que la han terminado secuestrando? Si hace rato lo habíamos visto. A ver. Pues sí. Oh. ¿En serio? ¿Y ahora qué pasó? Vamos a ver.
Mr. Scrollum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion: their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need him.
Acá está, cara de yeso.
The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was him.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
He's only just woken up, dazed. He may need a few pointers.
¡Cara de yeso!
We crossed paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you?
Mr. Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Asta will explain it all to you.
Ok, muy bien, entonces, por favor, explíquenme qué pasa.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal.
Sí, ¿qué pasa con las cámaras de seguridad?
The attack happened on a base outside the station, beyond the surveillance camera's range.
Extraño.
She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack.
The technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources.
Wow.
However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations? Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that? Don't play the fool.
I think I will.
A ver, veamos. ¿Qué hacíamos? ¿Qué hacíamos? Algo hace algunas horas del sistema.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go, let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of...
I think she mentioned something. If only there were some hints.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but let me try to remember the conversation.
Molestias de Asta. Wow. ¿Eso van a ser un montón de recuerdos relacionados? Interesante.
A curio that's alive, but doesn't. Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Ecología y cognición. A ver,
Those
Hinkel.
despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna... A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomena. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting.
Oh, sí.
We've been
Bueno,
through a
vemos.
huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta too.
Lo más probable que
Never
sí.
mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Muy bien. Cierto.
Right.
¿Qué es esto? Tu recorrido pista importante forma de lagunas mentales, usando lagunas suficientes y lagunas mentales tiene su nombre.
Then I ran into Arlen.
A ver. Carta me pide búsqueda de este objeto raro. Parece que la idea de Hess. Alguien de Aparecio se encuentra cerca de poder una pista. Adler dice que es el persona que más sabe jugar el parte de psicología. Muy bien, Adler. Otro.
Adler was with Arlen.
Están implicados. A ver. Directo.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you?
Calm down, brother.
Look, we're walking.
We're having a walk. So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding.
Oh, really? What a cool... That kid sure is brave. Running straight. Yes, well, Peppy isn't here. You see, Brother Arlen,
Can you leave the talking to me next time? Let's walk and talk.
Okay.
Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see.
Okay.
He'll be able to help.
Muy bien, entonces vamos a ver.
Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
No me sé nada. Ahí está Adler. Vamos.
As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go.
¿Sabes? No veo problemas. Ahora.
Our fortune is clouded with
No.
uncertainty.
Estamos en problemas, no tengo el equipo. Oh, genial, no tengo el equipo. Esperemos que no.
Enemy targets detected.
Bien. No.
I want to protect everyone too.
Muy bien, entonces vamos a acabar esto. No creo poder cambiar el equipo, así que mejor vamos a hacer esto rápido, ¿sí?
The omniscience information. In accordance.
Ho, ho, ho.
Making support. Inputting commands.
Vamos a ver. Corre. Vamos. A ver. Muerto.
I'm not afraid of you.
Bien, vamos a ver.
With all my power, fly the future.
Vamos. Eso sí. Interperio.
Oh,
Bien,
enemy
bien,
data
bien.
secure.
Vamos a hacer esto lo más rápido que podamos
Counter.
para poder ok, mantengo yo activo esto.
Allow me to make a divination.
Creo que ya, sí, nuevamente.
And awaken. All things in this world have the best strategies. Constellations are human creations.
Bueno, honestamente necesito mejorar mi
You need to be brave.
Muy bien. Honestamente, la cuestión aquí con esto es que necesito a ver, necesito los artefactos correctos, honestamente. Bueno, más o menos. Con Function ya tengo casi todos los ya tengo casi todos los artefactos. Pero podría ser mejor porque de todos los artefactos que tengo con ella, tengo con Function, honestamente me faltan el ángel. El ángel lamentablemente todavía no está completo del todo. Lo que tengo actualmente es malísimo. Malísimo. Así que esperemos que el próximo sea mejor.
Enemy targets detected. Oh. All things in this world have strategies, constellations, or human creations.
Veamos. Que estoy, a ver, en ese caso, vamos a ver. Bien. Entonces, como digo, actualmente el artefacto de Function el que necesito honestamente no lo tengo a la mano. No tengo a la mano el artefacto necesario. Bueno, en este caso es el ángel, que es el que trato de encontrar. Exactamente. Me falta. Dale buen golpe. Ok. El que tengo actualmente es más o menos. No, seamos honestos, es malísimo. No es bueno. Es muy malo. Me diera aunque sea, no sé, algo más, pero no. Claro, el principal es de vida, pero el resto, no. Todo lo demás no es de nada. Oh, no me digas que... Ah, rayos. Eso pasa por no fijarme. Bueno, la cuestión en eso... con eso, como le digo, es que estoy buscando ese artefacto. En este caso, para que de esta manera poder completar eso. Porque se supone que tiene que tener resistencias y pues el artefacto actual que tiene no las, que es, como le digo, el ángel. Bueno, es una parte del ángel la que falta. Una parte del ángel la que falta ahorita. Exactamente esa parte es la que me falta. En este caso es la esfera. La esfera es lo que me falta. Cuando lo tenga, voy a mejorar esto. Exactamente, porque necesita hacer una esfera con vida y resistencias. Y actualmente la esfera que tengo solamente tiene vida. Vida y ataques, nada más. Bien. Bueno, vamos a ver entonces. ¿Cuánto me falta? No tengo. Vamos a ver.
Enemy targets detected. Enough. Enemy data secure. Net marker active.
Ah, este está lento, pero bueno, está bien. Prefiero que sea lento a que no le haga daño en absoluto. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver, vamos a ver. A ver, un minuto. Ok. Dale. Nuevamente perdiste la opción de tocar. Esto, como siempre, lo mantengo activo para que no haya problemas. A ver, ubícate. Muy bien, entonces, a ver. Ya casi terminamos. Lo malo es que el equipo que tengo no está optimizado para esto exactamente, pues. Vamos a ver. Bien. Veamos. Un turno más. Ya. Bien. Ahora que recuerdo. Dolor. Dolor. Bien, ya casi. Bien, perfecto. Listo. Y ahora. Bien, entonces ya casi estamos terminando. Creo que vamos a dejarlos. Vamos a ver. Listo. Perdiste la opción. Ya casi terminamos. A ver. No. Listo. Veamos. A ver. Bien. Ok. Ya casi terminamos. ¿Qué pasó? Listo. Demoró un poco, lamentablemente. A ver, ahora sí. Y eso es lo primero que preguntas, por el perro. No se pregunta. Ni siquiera pregunta por dónde.
He wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later.
Bien, acá hay. Entonces, ahí también hay otra investigación. Vamos a ver qué nos dice.
Which curio do you... That's all you got?
Exacto.
Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you
Exacto.
asked the Department of... She's not wrong. Huh. Now that you mention... Let's call it a day.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead. Let's...
Y que según el experto me parecerán sí.
Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something.
Bien,
My
siguiente.
memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
Y toda otra persona de Asta. Molestias de Asta. Vamos. Sé que todavía estoy pasando por aquí.
A curio that's a lot.
Sí.
How's it going? Did you find... I see. Is that what Hinkle and... See? My researchers... Anxious? Me?
Sí.
After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage, some researchers have been questioning the management, so things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts. But the research... Yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared and people were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, however, as you can see, it's hard to keep rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place.
Así que
I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion.
Entonces esto es lo más seguro que están que investigar Arlan con Adler.
That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with... Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing...
Por departamento de cognición.
From the Department of Insight.
Bien.
I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. Identifying that person is
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of...
Yeah.
I think she mentions if only there were some...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for...
Sí.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long. It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there. Here's the account you asked for. It's legit.
Sure.
Oh, small scale.
Again? How many times...
Here too. Did my memory piece together? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
Vamos a ver, vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Emily.
I say, what a...
Okay.
No need to be mad though.
Una de estas.
See this material? I'm not getting any
Siendo.
Again? How many...
Oh, another?
Huh.
Sí,
Asta
no.
told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body. However, I've heard of such a species.
No, que hay formas de vida como es el sensación. Heliobus.
I didn't mean I'd help you.
The Cienjo species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler.
No me digas que es un Heliobus.
Cienjo species Emily mentioned.
No me digas que es un Heliobus. Primero con Arlan.
You come to me to uncover. I'm sorry. The situation is
just as I thought. I vaguely remember.
Esto, de paso pues.
I'm sorry. The situation. I see.
Sí.
I'll be honest with you. It's been
Dicen de los investigadores han empezado.
Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system, that means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable... The words they used were...
Combustión espontánea del cuerpo. Ok. Creo. Ser gubernamentales de la alianza.
She's not... that's right.
Ahí está. Entidades de energía.
Now that you mention, let's call it a day.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That's most likely the truth.
Bien, entonces. Combustión espontánea. Muy bien, entonces. Vamos con Herta.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned if only there were some hint.
Entidades de energía.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's
Es
an
una entidad.
energy life form. It's alive. Send me a signal when you see traces of it. That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the cheat anyway. Keep up the good work. I need to go out first.
Bien, entonces. Es que es cierto que Terror es un tipo de entidad de energía que guarda relación con el círculo de genios. Parece que con esta la ayuda de Asta. Encontré a Asta para poder saber mucho. Por suerte, Hinkel de Ecología y Emily, Departamento de Conexión, se encuentra cerca. Eso puede ser una pista. A Hinkel le preocupa la crisis de confianza. Hablamos, me dice que dejar de buscando es un bobo, pero puede no ser correcto. Hinkel Ruth Adler, buscamos el objeto de ecología. También con Emily, coordinación. Me dijo que existen formas de vida en la alianza. He hablado con Asta, me sorprendió sobre los 60% de conocedores. Me encontré con Arlan, parecía que también estaba buscando. Son un tipo de entidad de energía, línea de revelación, cualidades ubicada de por esto combinado con función espontánea del cuervo. Tiene una de gas. Intuición rara vez se equivoca, digamos, como resultan sus predicciones. Entonces, vamos. Volvemos. Vamos. Sam Pokowski. Buen tipo, estafador de primera. Y también es miembro de los de la exultación, creo que, o conocido de ellos. Oídos, sí.
So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this? A second-hand account. She wasn't at the scene.
Affirmation. We can ask her.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours.
Mr. Ratio, your style of quest...
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. If he is truly innocent.
Bien, entonces, ¿qué vamos a hacer?
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio?
Sure. But you're the ones...
Say what you...
correct observation.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets...
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio...
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
Yeah.
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Sí.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out...
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressed...
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius.
Yes. That seems... Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yep.
However, she decided to... So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
The space station has been very distrustful of entire management. Ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify...
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guilds represent. They wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Two birds with one stone. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Confirmado.
I remember now.
That's enough to cut the act.
Your correction. There may
researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon. Clearly, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't
she did say that, but then what?
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when the space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened.
But there are no signs of a fire.
That's what's so odd about it. But this may not be direct evidence. But if the system also recorded, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases...
Oh,
if these two incidents were caused by the same person, then this is...
We'll see in the main control room. Let's...
Oh, y ahora... Estos son... ¿Aquí quién?
Cara de Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast.
¿Qué es esto?
News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
¿La banda de la radiación? ¿Qué?
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses.
Okay. ¿Qué es esto?
Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction.
¿En serio? Otro
Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Oh, vamos. Este es uno de esos... No me digan que este es uno de esos tipos como lo que fue Fantilia. ¿Es en serio? Wow, esto va a estar feo. Oh.
This is...
a declaration of war. And an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains. And the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit.
This
Sí, lo sé.
Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from
Fetora.
Fetora,
¿Fetora?
a world long since
Raza.
destroyed.
Siempre el demonio
His
su
race, the
emperador y
ever-burning
salvador.
fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their gaze upon them.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them.
Mucho menor que el
The
que uno puede
value
ni
Nanook
ropa.
sees in the Annihilation
Wow.
Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items.
Afortunadamente entonces no es como Fantilia.
Particularly
Qué bueno.
evil and cruel, even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation Gang.
Hermandad de Japella. ¿No hemos escuchado eso antes?
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since. Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything. The disappearance of researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan. That video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
The destruction of
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me.
Okay.
You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we...
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best.
Okay. Wow. Esto... Wow. Así que tenemos a otro malo, muy malo, con cara de cabra, corona ardiente, cuyo nombre es Ifrit, de una raza de demonios. Qué increíble. Vamos a ver. Arlan, tenemos a hablar.
Not good. This is serious.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find it.
A list of the missing researchers and their details. Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and I don't know.
A ver. Ah, ya recuerdo quién es ella. La chismosa. 20% de interés. Por cada 5 me das más. Vamos a estar con ellos. Sé mucho del tema. A ver. Perfecto.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology.
He disappeared too. I didn't really notice at first. But it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. The last time I saw him was in the master control zone. He was
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. If his disappearance is also related to the case here...
True. The keywords that got Adler thinking were energy life form. We need to investigate.
Bien. A ver, Ángel, por favor, danos información. A ver, vamos a ver qué nos puede decir. Perfecto. La lista de los investigados. Bien. Buen shilling. A ver. Si mal no recuerdo. Acá estás.
Jerk, fine. Disappear. I don't know. Adler, he's been acting really weird recently. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word
phrase.
Who said I want it back? But if you want to find him, he was reading this book. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help.
Un instante. ¿Qué pasó? Ok, ¿qué pasó aquí? Pero... Oh, sí. Siempre hay un pero. Comentarios locales entre la referencia en la red oscura. Y cuenta con un número de usuarios. ¿Qué?
Your countenance suggests. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenge. I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the... It's time to go back and chat with...
Muy bien. Ok, Duncan, a ver qué nos va a decir. ¿Cómo? Incendio el puesto. Se llama. Se llaman desde el infierno. Cuestión. Quemando mundos, dejando tras de sí hijos de las llamas. Descendientes. A ver. De una llama con propiedades similares que es difícil de viajar entre dimensiones. Pero destaca quemando mundos y dejando tres hijos de las llamas. Ifre de ser unos descendientes. Y entre dimensiones. Wow. Suficiente. Gracias. Ok. Frase, cuaderno. Ahora, siguiente. Entonces, vemos. Está cerrado por el momento. Bueno. A ver, espérate, ¿cómo estaban? Ah, perdón, me estoy yendo al área equivocado. Listo, ahora sí. Wow. Oh, no lo voy a poder. Lo voy a perder. 4.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. All things in this world have their stratagems. Constellations are human creations.
Bueno, me salió el chanchito este.
Everything came together, converged, and awakened. Ready for another?
Vamos a ver. Dolor. Dolor.
Hold everyone back again.
Vamos a ver. Oh, vale. Resistí.
I want to protect everyone too.
Vamos a ver. Ah. Sí.
We have the upper hand.
a ver. Vamos. Vamos a ver. Bien, llegamos.
With all my power, try the future. All things in this world have their strategies. Constellations are human creations. I want to protect everyone too.
Bien.
Inputting commands.
Vamos a bajarle la vuelta. Muy bien, entonces vamos a bajar aquí la defensa a todos. Oh. No, espera, creo que... me olvidé, faltaba eso. Bueno. Veamos. Bien, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listo. Matamos todo. Bueno, nos hicimos con el chanchito. Muy bien. Ahora vamos a tener que hablar aquí.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading.
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the...
3 días.
First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come at the next angle. Is what the victims have in common. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous first. Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous first. Adler's disappearance. He must have the next angle. Is what the victims have in common. As tasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous. During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this book. Yes? This book describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it the kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for. And I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. This booklet describes a kindling. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Sherling said, Adler kept muttering, I believe this word was actually phase. He saw member 29 Sokol's research topic in this booklet. And if as a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit... That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion.
Muy bien.
We don't know where the victims went. But Duke and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided that once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. The next step will be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
Sí, nos quieren destruir. Muy bien, ¿a dónde nos vamos ahora? Ah, ahora, mensaje. Caos, huele conspiración. Ah. Fregados, ya salió.
No, it isn't enough.
¿Cierto?
Indeed, it needs one more.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If I wouldn't give you the chance.
Adiós, hasta.
What is it?
Y ahí se fue hasta.
Stay calm. Asta was merely... Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming. Try that
Claro.
if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the...
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it. Mr. Ratio, please go with Mr. Trailblazer and contain
Muy
the
bien.
fire.
Vamos. Ok. ¿Es en serio? A ver. Configurar. Ratio. Muy bien. Él debe estar en el equipo, entonces... A ver. Si mal no recuerdo, causa más daño mientras más cosas mal esté pasando al resto del equipo, ¿no? Entonces, esto. Tú. Y... Ahora, ¿dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Y allá. Esperemos que esto me ayude. Vamos. Los eones celestiales contra una vida diferente. Energía. Ok, creo que tenemos que pasar por acá. Se está mencionando la población del fuego del infierno y terroristas reposan en un desplazamiento con el espacial de botellar lugares inesperados. El espacio plegado que la estación especial utiliza para lidiar con objetos raros que han estado puede bloquear el espacio de manera efectiva e impedir los movimientos normales.
See, it's still in the space station. Like Skrullo said, it cannot escape. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it.
Ay. Ok. Muy bien. Ahí estaba hasta por allá, ¿no? No puedo venir por acá. Así que tiene que ser por aquí. Vamos. Nuevamente cambió. Dudo que funcione, pero me... Extraño. Nuevamente. Pensé que ya íbamos a enfrentarlo. Perdimos a esto. No me digas que tengo que enfrentarlo. Parece que sí tendría que enfrentarlo. No puedo ir por allá. Vamos a dejarlo, ¿sí? A ver, de nuevo. Vamos a evitar peleas innecesarias. Vamos. Ay, mamá. Como dije, vamos a evitar las peleas. Y vamos a completar solamente nuestro... Bien, ya casi. Ok, dime dónde estamos. ¿Dónde se supone que tenemos que... Bien, pasamos. Ok, vámonos. Perdimos esa cosa. Ahora... a ver... No puede ser por acá, así que... veamos. ¿Es en serio? Se supone que es por aquí, ¿no? Acá estás. Sí, lo cual es bueno. Sigue pasándome este problema con lo que es. Con esto, a ver. Veamos. Sí, no nos vean. Ok. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Sí, estoy. Ok, y acá estás. Lo último de la llama.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight. It is little wonder that even the serious legion was
por ahora.
Expect no intermediaries.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has oh?
No. Wait, ¿qué es esto? La miércoles, ¿pero qué?
The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not. Shall we?
A ver.
Let's test your knowledge.
Vamos a ver entonces. Dolor. Dolor. Dolor.
Commencing support. Inputting commands.
A ver.
Sounds like more business.
Vamos a ver.
I'm asking the questions.
Allow me to make a different information.
Vamos. Dolor.
Life and death.
Veamos. Vamos.
All things in this world have their
Muy bien,
strategies.
entonces.
Constellations are human creations.
Veamos, veamos.
What are you waiting
Toma
for?
esto.
The customer is king. And for me
A
to
ver.
portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Vamos, toma esto.
Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
We're just having
Veamos. 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 Es... Bueno.
Do you have answers? Never
Bien.
stop thinking. Fail.
¿Qué es esto? Oh, wow. Uf, dolor. Ah, dolor, dolor.
Life and death.
Dolor, dolor.
Ready for another?
Uf, dolor.
try this
Vamos
over
a ver.
Sink.
Sí. Vamos a ver. Veamos. A ver.
What are you waiting for? The
Toma.
customer is king. And for me
Bien,
to portray
nos
the king,
deshacemos de
well,
esos.
you gotta
Espero.
make it worth my while.
Bien, dos menos. Au, duele.
Enemy targets detected. I'll contain them.
Vamos a ver.
Enemy data secure.
Le bajamos la defensa. Vamos a bajarle la defensa. Y toma. Casi.
I'm asking the questions.
A ver. Veamos, ¿qué hace esto?
Theus Percipi. Knowledge is the measure of all things. It reveals truth and falsehood.
¡Hola!
Everything came
Duele.
together with all my power. Fly the future.
0 points.
¿Qué? Espera. ¿Qué?
Commencing support. Ready
A ver.
for another?
Fail.
¡Ah! Me gusta esa habilidad. Me gusta esa habilidad. Oye. Me agrada esa habilidad. Bien.
Everything came together. Information. In accordance.
Vamos a ver.
Yet strategies, constellations, are human creations.
¿Quién sabe?
Life and death.
Vamos.
Enemy targets detected. This
Listo. Que le baje un poco. Bien.
Sounds like more business. Try this
Vamos.
on for size.
Le dejamos bajarlo.
net markers activated. Time for good old
Vamos a bajarle la defensa a todo. A ver. Toma. Oye. Increíble. Toma. Esa habilidad es interesante. Muy bien. A ver, toma. Vamos. Eso dolerá, no sabes cuánto. Tengo que hacer esto. Bien.
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Listo, listo. Voy a deshacerme de esto. Toma. Oh, dolor. Oh, dolor, dolor, dolor. Dolor, dolor. Dolor, dolor. Bien. Sobreviviremos. Dolor. Con las justas. ¿Sabes qué? Vamos a hacer esto. Nuevamente. Y a ver. Pero menos. Bien. Bien, bien. Bien. Ajá. Perfecto. Vamos. Vamos, vamos. Toma. A ver. Va a doler. Va a doler, va a doler. Bien. Bien. Toma.
What are you waiting for? The customer is king. And for me to portray the king, well, you gotta make it worth my while.
Vamos a ver, 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 vamos a ver. Una casa. Sí, sí. Vamos. Adiós. A ver. Bien, adiós. Vamos, 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 vamos. Bien. No, este nomás. Vamos. Casi. Va a doler. Voy a perderlo, sí. Va a doler, como dijo. Nuevamente. Listo. Para restarle un poco de vida. Necesitamos recuperar vida. Y ella también necesita vida. Bien, adiós. Bueno, recuperamos. Sí, duele. A ver. Toma. Listo. Adiós. Bien. Vamos a matarla. Listo. Sí, fue buena idea haber tenido a estos. Oh. Ahí está. Ahí está Asta. Y se fue. Ahora, tenemos a Asta. ¿Dónde está el resto? Nos faltan Herta y los tipos estos, los quejones.
Good work.
Asta.
Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. While you
Bien.
were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing.
Sanos y salvos. ¿Cómo? Sí, por favor.
They fell into a spatial curio
Espacial y no pueden salir hasta
Department of Ecology's most many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal. But there is one mystery that.
Sí.
And that is something I'm.
Oigan, ahora que lo pienso, esa flama no les parece extraña, no lo recuerdo. ¿No lo habíamos visto nosotros al principio? ¿No la creamos? ¿O es mi imaginación? A ver, todos se quejan. No sé cómo invito al grupo. Sí, sigue siendo. Ese Rich es extraño. Ya. Ahí estás. Sí.
I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Okay, ¿qué pasó acá?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But to explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
Sí, por favor.
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh. And when did you become convinced?
Sí.
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt. Logic, a third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation,
you are more candid than I.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure. I can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor. But maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
It is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today.
Mira. O sea, el tipo lo hace.
A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Ok, entonces, si estoy entendiendo correctamente, lo que el Dr. Ratio quiere es desaparecer lo que es todo el gran expectativa que tiene la gente, la persona común y corriente con los genios. Esa es su visión general. Está esperando lograr llegar a esto. Esa es su forma de curar la idiotez. Que las masas comunes dejen de creer en lo que son los genios y empiecen a creer en sí mismos. Bueno, más o menos eso es lo que yo saco de esto. Bueno, interesante. Genio versus mediocres. A ver. A ver, ¿cómo está esta? Volvió a trabajar. Increíble. Eso vale mucho más, si será entonces. Ah, no lo conoce. Bien. Logros. Bien, perfecto. Bueno, vamos a dejarlo aquí. Porque lo siguiente entonces... Tenemos aquí más misiones. Es misión diaria, eso no importa. Mascotas. Narraciones extraordinarias. Oreo maquinaria. Muy bien, vamos a dejar esto aquí. Mañana, en el siguiente video, vamos a seguir haciendo el resto de misiones. En este caso, este de aquí. Ay, esperen, antes de que me vaya a olvidar. Un tesoro más. Perfecto. Listo. Entonces, como dije, voy a retirarme. Muchas gracias por todo, por haber acompañado en este video. Que tengan un buen día.